Hello. Today I'll be reviewing a few more of my Toy Story collection toys. Uh, Here I've got at the moment is the original Woody, um, and he's still in good condition. He still talks, and
There's a snake in my boat.
the spurs they're all still on on his feet, on his boots, haven't snapped off. I mean, I would get the new collection Woody, because obviously you'd be crazy if you said that he wasn't better. But I don't know whether I want to pay for another one when I've got this one that means a lot more to me. His buttons are all sort of like don't know if you can see, like the wobbly ones, and all the buttons are the same. They're sort of wobbled and not stitched into it; they're stitched sort of onto it. Like the sheriff badge as well. He's got a pull string.
Howdy, partner.
He still talks there. Hasn't got highlights like the new Woody. That's the expression on his face. Let's see. A slight bit of paint rub on his thing, but it's been played with a lot. It was my favourite one, and I mean, he's not really floppy, but he's a lot floppier. His hand's quite loose there now, and when I feel inside, I can feel the wire. So I think the wire, if you compare it to this one, used to actually go and connect to the hand, but now it's somehow come loose. He only has a few phrases. Um, his hat does have the brown strip. It's a little bit shorter than what it should be, I think, but it doesn't bother me. It would bother me if it didn't have the dark brown piece on it. It's got on the back there, Disney, right there, you can't see, it's got it printed on there, like, into the plastic. It's proper plastic, not like the new collection ones, like the Jessie up there, where they're sort of quite flexible on that. Yes, that's the hat. It's got a few phrases.
Howdy, partner. My name's Woody. You're my favorite deputy. Yee-haw, cowboy. There's a snake in my boot. Howdy, partner. My name's Woody.
And that's all the phrases.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah. I've got another one which a couple of people have asked about from my slideshow one. My slideshow pictures of the collection that I've had. And he's exactly the same, no different. It's probably in slightly better condition, maybe just about. But when I went to collect him out of storage, I'd forgot about this bit that this spur here had snapped off, and I blue tacked it into his gun holster, but I've actually glued it back on. It's not glued on exactly straight, but it's on. I just didn't want to lose it. But my parents said that when they was trying to find, like with the Buzz, they bought him months before Christmas, before they'd started really selling them for Christmas. Um, but with the Woody, they left him a bit later, and they couldn't really they had trouble getting him, and they found this guy in Southend attached to a till because he don't talk. So they bought him, and uh, just before Christmas, they managed to get this guy who actually does talk, and he was completely brand new in the box and everything. And then, I guess it was about January or so. I went to bed with Woody and all the other characters in my toy box as normal. Woke up in the morning and this one was next to the other one. And recently I took him apart because he's got the battery compartment, which is there if you pull down that bit. And there's a wire that goes up behind this bit, and that's where the voice box is. And what it was a wire was disconnected from one part. I did get him working, but it was very, very quiet. So I think I took the battery back out. It wasn't worth it. But it was very quiet. You had to put your ear on his chest to really hear anything. Other than that, he's in good condition. I mean, he's got no rubs on his eyebrows or his head or anything. Just the spur came off. I have noticed recently that the padding here is gone. You can just feel the wire, and that's why his leg keeps turning that way. But it's just there. It's very thin. But he is in good condition. I mean, no problems. Yeah, he's good. His hat. Also got a hat. The hats on these guys, I mean, this Woody's one's flattened out a bit, but where this one's been kept put into another lot of storage to go to the new house where I'm going to display them. They was both in a box, and their hats had come off their heads and that, and got stuck under the box a bit, so they're a bit folded up. But the other one came down, so this one will come down as well. Next, I will do. Well, I'll just do this one because it's very quick. Basically, it's just a magic 8-ball like what was in the first one. It's one that I had before the first movie even came out, and I thought I might as well keep it with it. I mean, it's exactly the same. It's got a little triangle bit. Everything's the same. It's a magic 8-ball. There's nothing to it really. I had the same Etch-a-Sketch again from before when the first movie came out, but that's disappeared, and I had one of them farm things, I think it's called See and Say or something like that. I had one of them for when I was a baby as well, but that's gone. This is the old Tater head that I had. Got him just after the first film or just before, I can't remember, but it's the original one, nothing special. Big teethy grin, green shoes, stuck together eyes, red nose, old moustache. Yeah. His feet fall off quite easily now. I think it's where it's been played with a lot. So, he came with this hat, the blue hat. I've noticed now when they sell this one that his hat is green and his shoes are blue. So I just reversed them basically. But I had this that came off a model that was in with bubble bath, so I had two clips here and here, but I fold them down so it sort of stays in his head a bit better. It's got a tongue, so I can change his mouth and put the tongue like that. And he's also got the glasses, the little yellow glasses that you can have as well, which is there when he goes on holiday. And I've only got one more today, right now, that I'm going to show, and that's my old Slinky. He's the first one that he did. He has got the string coming out of his head. He didn't have string on the middle, and you'll have to excuse the if you can see on there. I don't know if it starts moving. He has got a bent out of shape spring. What happened there was a couple of my friends was round one time when I was about 6, just after I got him. I left him and his brother in my room for a few minutes, came back up and he was like this, and I've never forgiven him since. His eyes do look up. It don't bother me too much. I mean, it's still my one. His back leg is completely brown, whereas it should have a little bit of this lighter brown on the top half. Again, doesn't really bother me. I used to want him to have a green collar like in the movie, so my mum put a collar with a label on it that says Slink. Just a string and a bloody label. But he hasn't got his eyebrows are fully black still, no marks. His eyes are fine. He's still got the tongue inside that sticker. His nose is still completely brown. Other than the spring, if it weren't for me mates bending the spring, it would be 100% intact and fine. His wheels squeak a lot when you roll him. I would like to cut the string out of his head, but I don't know if I can do it after all these years. I mean, he does pull along really well, this one. I've heard a lot of people saying that it doesn't work with it in the middle of his head. He falls over all the time, but my one stays up pretty well. He's got the old spring tail. Everything. Yeah, he's good. He's got the sort of leather effect ears. And kind of brown on the inside, but they've got a bit of a white twinge to them. So that's it today. I've had the ones that I've reviewed today are the Slinky, Magic 8 Ball, Mr. Potato Head, and the 2 Woodies. Okay, thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for other videos if I bother doing them. I only just started doing them today, so let us know what you think. Yeah, thanks. Bye.